Welcome all of you to this online webinar on how to trade without technical tension, fundamental confusion, and advisory stress. Now, many people have failed to stay in stock market trading for more than a year or two because of this technical tension, fundamental confusion, and advisory stress. Some people are used to free stuff, tips and calls, which has led to their failure. Some are used to dabba trading and gossip that has led to their failure. Now, today you may think, now, how is it possible to trade without technicals, fundamentals, advisory, or even at least without tips and calls? Is there a way to trade effortlessly in stock market? If this is your question, then let me tell you that yes, there is an invention, the revolutionary invention of this era, and it has become very essential in this tough time the world is facing. And this the revolutionary invention is supporting people who have lost their job, striving to earn income by trading from home, trading futures and options to come out of their fear of future life. Yes, gentlemen, the revolutionary invention that I'm talking about is called dynamic live. It is the first ever stock market intelligence of the world called the Daumantic method. Now, today in this session, you're going to learn to master futures and options trading in just 7 minutes, and you're also going to learn to earn money in trading in a matter of just 1 to 3 easy steps. Now, I know that when I make this big statement, some of you will laugh at it, some of you will rubbish it, because you have seen people who have spent years of their life trying to understand this and they are still learning. But all I would like to tell you here is just go through the session. Maybe at the end of the session, you may have to revise your opinion. But at the same time, having said this, I also request all of you to make sure that you look at the session as a beginner. The more you look at the session as a beginner, the faster you achieve the end results. And when I'm talking about the end results, there is only one end result that we are all working towards here, and that is to earn money. But if you want to succeed in trading, then you have to learn the right entry and right exit. That is, when to buy and when to sell is what you're supposed to learn. But today you don't have to worry, because dynamic live will automatically identify the right entry and right exit for you. But at the same time, you know that there are varieties of price situations. Market conditions keep changing, and in these changing market conditions, for you to get the right entry and right exit, there are some very unique intelligence at work in this dynamic live. Now, which are they, how do they work, and how you can benefit from it? Let's have a look. As I told you, for you to succeed in trading, you must learn the right entry and right exit. But at the same time, when not to enter, when not to exit is also equally very important for you to learn. And today there is an intelligence in this dynamic life called the wait and act intelligence, which automatically takes care of this. So in the real-time market, whenever the dynamic life feels that the price is about to increase, and if it is a good point to buy, then here in the action information, it will be very clearly written as buy long, act now. So dynamic live is directly telling you buy signal has come, take a long position, act now, buy it immediately. But many times when the price is increasing, and if this dynamic live feels that this is a trap, the price may not increase any further, then here in the action information, it will be very clearly written as buy signal, wait and buy. Which means buy signal has come, but please wait, don't buy this, because it feels that this is a trap, the price may not increase any further. Similarly, even in a downtrend, if it feels the price is going to decrease, then it will be written here as sell short, act now. It means sell signal has come, take a short position, act now, sell it immediately. But many times when the price is decreasing, and if it is not a good point to sell, then it will be written here as sell signal, wait and sell. So when to enter, when not to enter, all these information, just by reading this action information, you will be able to understand. And similarly, in one such situation, when we were trading in Bank Nifty in the month of June, this dynamic live said sell signal, wait and sell. And the very next day, what happened was the price opened with a gap down. Now, looking at this, now you people may start thinking that we should have sold it the previous day itself, so that in this gap down, we could have benefited from it. But you have to observe, in spite of the gap down here, the action information is still telling you sell signal, wait and sell. Because it strongly feels that sometime sooner or later, the price is going to completely reverse. So after it said this, the very next thing that happened was the price did reverse completely. So without knowing this information, if anyone had taken a short position, by now you would have got stuck in a minus trade. But those people who have access to dynamic live by reading what is written in the action information, they would have simply avoided this trade. By avoiding this trade, they have successfully avoided a minus trade, and avoiding a minus trade in itself is a profit, isn't it? That is the benefit of this wait and act intelligence. And then we have the zigzag caution intelligence. Now, whenever the price moves up and down, all the temporary price reversals are identified by these zigzag cautions. So as the price starts increasing, right on top, if you come across this red colored symbol, we call this as zigzag caution, which means the price is about to reverse. So anyone who has taken a long position earlier, by looking at the red symbol on top, looking at the zigzag caution on top, when you know that it is going to reverse, now what will you do? Well, you will simply exit the trade, isn't it? So that is all that you're supposed to do here. Now, once you have exited the trade, you can see the very next day it has opened with a gap down. So the benefit here is you have saved yourself from a minus trade. You have saved yourself from a big gap down here. Not only that, you have also successfully exited your trade very early with maximum profits. Similarly, even in a downtrend, once you take a short position and as the price starts decreasing, right at the bottom you can see there is this green symbol. We call it as a zigzag caution, after which the price has completely reversed. So when you have this intelligence in place, then what will happen is you will be able to exit your trades very early with maximum profits. So that's the major benefit here. Similarly, we have the sideways caution intelligence. Now you know that price always does not move in an uptrend or in a downtrend, it also moves in sideways. Now there are many of you watching the session who don't know what is sideways. So let me tell you what is sideways. Now there is a phase of the market where the price keeps moving up and down very frequently within a small range or sometime in a bigger range. And there is a phase where majority of traders incur a series of minus trades. It is because they are simply not able to understand which direction the price is about to move. And above that, they don't know that it is in sideways. But today you don't have to worry because Dynamic Live is the one and only platform in the whole world which can automatically identify the sideways movement for you. So in the real-time market, when the price is fluctuating and if this Dynamic Live feels that it is about to get into sideways movement, then here in the reason it will be very clearly written as sideways nearing sign. So it is telling you that the sideways movement is about to start. Be prepared. It is cautioning you in advance. And later the information changes to sideways start sign. Now once you know that sideways has started, and you also know that it is going to move do a lot of up and down movements now. So if you have already taken any position, you can try to exit this position very early with minimum profits. Or the other best thing that you can do is you can stop trading the script, go trade some other script which is not in sideways. Later the information changes to sideways now. As long as the price keeps moving in sideways, it will be written here as sideways now. And at some point it will tell you sideways end sign. Now there is a point where you know that sideways movement has come to an end. So the price is about to move in a single direction. Now you have to get in to capture the next big movement. So when you have these many informations in the real-time market, what will happen here is your decision making becomes absolutely easy, first thing. And the second thing is, before you do the trade, you know which are the trades that you have to exit it fast. You know which are the trades that you can hold on. And at last, we have this dynamic system cautions and DMDOTS. As I told you earlier, zigzag cautions identify the temporary price reversals, but dynamic system cautions identifies the major price reversals. So in an uptrending market, when the price keeps increasing, right on top, if you come across this red symbol, we call this as the dynamic system caution, which means the price is about to reverse. Now, when you know that the price is about to reverse, now what can you do? First of all, you can think about exiting your long positions very early, close to the top. And not only that, you will also be able to take the opposite trade very early in order to capture the next big moment downward. And you can see that when this dynamic caution has appeared, the price was at around 21,621. And later what has happened is the price has completely come down to 20,767. It is almost 900 points movement in this one single stretch, and you could have benefited from it provided you knew that it is going to reverse, isn't it? Similarly, in a downtrend, right at the bottom, there is a dynamic system caution when the price was at around 19,789, where it told you that it can reverse from here. And from there, the price has completely reversed to 20,987. almost 1200 points plus movement here, and you could have benefited from it provided you knew that it is going to reverse. Today, the one and only way for you to know that the price is about to reverse is with the help of this dynamic system caution intelligence. So these are the benefits of all these intelligence, but today you don't have to worry because your job is not to follow all these multiple intelligence. Your job is to simply follow only the Daumantic method level 2. Now what the Daumantic method does here is it collects all the information from these multiple intelligence and finally tells you what trade you are supposed to do. But once again, when it comes to the point what trade you are supposed to do, there is a question whether to trade in futures or whether to trade in options. But I'm sure most of you watching the session here today are interested to trade in options, isn't it? But how to trade in options? Now, this is one question that you have to think about. And you know one fact for sure, that there are many people who have spent years of their life trying to learn what is options, all those hundreds of trading strategies in options, all those option Greeks, and they are still learning. So today you people are here to decide whether you want to spend your time learning or whether you want to spend your time earning. If you have decided to spend your time earning, then you are at the right place because Dynamic Live today is the one and only platform in the whole world which can automatically identify and tell you how to trade in options, when to trade in options, and what to trade in options. So whenever the Dynamic Live feels that the price is about to increase, then here under the Daumantic method level 2, in the action information, it will be very clearly written as buy call option now. So it is directly telling you to buy a call option. Similarly, if it feels that the price is about to decrease, and it will be written as buy put option now. So it is directly telling you to trade in options. So today you don't have to waste your time reading books, learning what is options and lot many other things. Rather, you can straight away start trading, isn't it? But when it tells you to buy a call option or a put option, now what are you going to do? You'll simply buy it, isn't it? But after you buy, what happens next? Well, the only thing that happens next with every common trader is now you are stuck with fear, tension, panic, confusion, because you don't know what to do next, whether to hold it, how long to hold it, or whether to exit it. And there's a time where you're looking for someone or something who can give you absolute clarity or give you the right guidance on what to do next. But today you don't have to worry. Even this gap is automatically fulfilled by the Dynamic Live itself, because once it tells you to buy a call option and after you have bought it, later it itself will tell you automatically hold call option. So how long to hold your position, it will tell you by itself. And finally, it will tell you at some point that exit call option. So there's a time where you are supposed to exit the trade. But in this case, it has not only told you to exit the call option, it also said exit call and buy a put option, because it strongly feels that the price is going to go down. That is the reason it is telling you to buy a put option. And once you buy a put option, later it itself will tell you hold put option. So hold on to it. And finally, it will tell you exit put option now. So when to enter, how long to hold, and when to exit, complete information will be given by the Dynamic Live itself. All that you are supposed to do is simply follow it and place orders. But when it comes to trading in options, there is one more important thing that you have to learn to do, and that is to select the right strike price. Today, there are many people trading in options, but then not many people have ever tried to understand that if you want to trade successfully in options, if you want to earn big money in options, then you have to learn to select the right strike price. But today, you don't have to worry. Even the right strike price is automatically selected by the Dynamic Live itself. So whenever it tells you to buy a call option, you just have to come look at this pyramid pointing upward, pick one number out of these three, that is your right strike price. Similarly, when it tells you to buy a put option, look at this pyramid pointing downward, pick one number out of these three, that is your right strike price. Now, once you have selected the right strike price, just go ahead and do the trade. But in spite of me telling you all these things, I'm sure there are many people watching the session still thinking that, boss, I'm a beginner. I don't know what is futures, what is options in the first place. Will I be able to learn? How many days will it take for me to learn? Lot many such questions must be running in your mind. But as I promised you in the beginning of the session, today you're going to master futures and options trading in just 7 minutes. And the truth here is, if you're a beginner, then it is very good that you are a beginner. Because you know what? You don't know anything. When you don't know anything, then your mind is a clean slate, and whatever is told here, you'll simply blindly follow it. That is what we want you to do, and as long as you do that, you are in for some serious money. So being a beginner or an experienced trader, now all that you have to do here is Just read what is written here in the action information. Can you read it now? What is written there? Under the Domantic method, action information, can you read what's written here? It is written as buy call option now. But before you read it, you must know which script that you are trading in. So we are looking at Bank Nifty. So you have to read as Bank Nifty buy call option now. And as I told you, when it comes to trading in options, you must also select the right strike price. So since it is a call option, let us say you pick this strike price, 20,900 strike price. So read it as Bank Nifty buy call option now, 20,900 strike price. Will you be able to do this much? Is it possible? If you can do this much, but if you still have a doubt, then what you can do is you can pick up your phone right now, make a call to your stockbroker right away, and you can ask him over the phone that if I tell you Bank Nifty buy call option now 20,900 strike price, if I give you only this much information over the phone, will I be able to trade in options? Yes or no? You ask him. And when you ask him, you'll be surprised to listen to his answer, because his answer will be a big yes. Because they don't care whether you know what is futures, what is options. They don't care whether you are a beginner or an experienced trader. The only thing that they care here is, have you given them the complete information or not? So here in this case, you have told them which script. You said Bank Nifty. What to do? You said buy call option now. Which strike price? You said 20,900 strike price. Now all the right information has been conveyed. And for you to make a phone call and convey this message over the phone, now how much time is it going to take? It's a matter of just 20-30 seconds, isn't it? 30 seconds, you make a call, you tell them Bank Nifty buy call option now 20,900 strike price. They will simply place the order and tell you what price it has been bought. And after that, just cut the call. And later, when it says hold call option, hold on to your position. At some point later, it is going to tell you exit call option now. So when it says exit call option now, one more phone call, you tell them Bank Nifty exit call option now. By now, they already know which call option you have bought, so they will simply place the order to exit the trade. So 30 seconds for an entry, 30 seconds for an exit, and you do this 7 times in a row, it means you have mastered options trading. Now, how will you know that you have mastered options trading? That is when the public starts calling you that you are a master, when your stockbroker, when I start calling you that you are a master of options trading, then of course you are a master of options trading. But why will we people call you that you are a master of options trading? It is because when you do this 7 times in a row, and at the end of 7th time when your account balance is in profit, then obviously anyone and everyone will call you that you are a master of options trading, isn't it? So the truth here is, gentlemen, it doesn't matter how many books you have read, it doesn't matter how many years of experience or knowledge you have. The only thing that matters here is, have you really made money or not? If you have made money, you are a master. If you have not made money, you are not a master. Similarly, today, if you want to master futures trading, then here under the intra-week in the action information, when it says buy long act now, one phone call, you tell them Bank Nifty futures buy long act now. Just read it. And later, when it is written as a sell short act now, one more phone call, you tell them Bank Nifty futures sell short act now. They will understand the language, they will place the order, you don't have to worry about it. And you do the 7 times in a row, it means you have mastered futures trading as well. So this is the reality, gentlemen. Today you can go talk to any experienced trader, any stockbroker for that matter. When it comes to practical trading, this is all that you're going to do. If this is all that you're going to do, then this is all that you're supposed to learn, isn't it? And today, if you're trying to learn anything more than this, then I think you're trying to waste your time. So if you people have understood this reality today, and if you agree with me today, then it means that you have already mastered futures and options trading. So don't waste your time anymore. Start trading and start earning. But when I'm saying all these things, there are some of you still thinking that, do we have to watch it the whole day? No, you don't have to watch it the whole day. Once every 30 minutes, if you can check this action information, that is more than enough. And know that there is this preparation wherein it will be very clearly written as get ready to buy call option, get ready to buy put option, get ready to exit call option. So at least 15 to 30 minutes in advance, it will tell you what trade you are about to do next, so that you can be prepared. And finally, today, for this action information to give you an entry or an exit, there are some multiple signals at work. Like we have the golden arrow mark, the intraday 3 speed signal. We have the intraday 3 long signal, intra-week long signal, the major zigzag cautions, and many more. Now, each of these signals expertises in identifying a certain type of price movement. As I told you in the beginning of the session, market conditions keep changing. There are varieties of price situations. It will not be the same every day. So in all these multiple market conditions, for you to get the right entries, these many signals are at work. Similarly, for you to get the right exit, these many signals are at work. But today you don't have to worry, because your job is not to follow all these multiple signals. You don't even have to learn anything about all these signals. Your job is to simply follow only this 1, 2, 3 easy steps. So as I promised you in the beginning of the session, today you'll learn to earn money in trading in a matter of just 1, 2, 3 easy steps. So what are these 1, 2, 3 easy steps? Let's see. The first step here is just add your favorite stock or index in dynamic live. Just add it on the screen. Second step, check what the dynamic method action information is telling you to do. Whatever it tells you, based on that, simply place orders and start trading. So this is all that you're supposed to do here. So this is how easy it is today to start trading in futures and options, and this is the reason we call this as a revolutionary invention. So today let's go have a look at this dynamic live in the real-time market and try to understand how real easy it is. And for us to check this, I request any of you to suggest me your favorite stock or index so that we can see what this dynamic live is telling us to do. So this is dynamic live. Now there are a few of you who have suggested your favorite stock. So before we get into that, first let me tell you the 1, 2, 3 easy step process. First step, for you to add any of your favorite stock or index, all that you have to do here is just click on this favorites here. Now once you click on this favorites, a drop down will appear. In this drop down, you can go select any of your favorite stock. Now Mr. Ravi Tanwani has asked for, which is this Bajaj Finance and Tata Motors, and the other one is SBI Life. This is what you have asked for. So let me start with Bajaj Finance. Once I have selected Bajaj Finance, I add it on the screen. Once I do that, now my job is to just go and check what the dynamic method action information is telling us to do. You can see here it very clearly says stay tuned for the next trade. So it is telling us that there is no trade as of now. We have to wait. But you can also see that the preparation is telling you get ready to buy put option. So you may have to buy a put option later at some point. So be prepared. But you can also see Bajaj Finance as of now, it is in sideways now. In the reason, it is very clearly written as sideways now. This is Bajaj Finance. So let us check the other one, which is Tata Motors. Yes, I too wanted to check Tata Motors. Anyway, thank you to have suggested this. So this is what is happening in Tata Motors. Even in Tata Motors, you can see that the action is telling you to stay tuned for the next trade, because it strongly feels that this is not a place where you can go ahead and do good quality trading here. It is better you wait for a better opportunity. So that is the reason it is automatically avoiding you from doing these trades. And in the preparation, you can see that it is telling you get ready to buy a put option. So if the price manages to go down even further, then it is definitely going to tell you to buy a put option. So be prepared there. And then you have asked for SBI Life. So let us check what's happening in SBI Life. So this is the case of SBI Life. You can see here just some time back it has told us buy put option now. So it is at around 11:30, just when the session started today. And now it has told us to buy a put option. The price is still at the entry level itself. So you could have bought a put option now. If you're planning to buy a put option now first of all, we have to select the right strike price. So in SBI Life, if we are trading in monthly options. So probably since it is a put option, I look at this pyramid. So I'll go for a 890 strike price put option, or even 860 strike price put option is good enough. So we can pick any one of these two strike prices and just buy a put option. Now, once you buy a put option, later you have to be careful, because as the price comes closer to this intra-week long signal, that is when it will ask you to exit the put option. You can see the preparation is already telling us get ready to exit put option. So you have to be prepared here. So this is about SBI Life. Now let us check. Mr. Devajit wants to check Nifty. Let us check what's happening in Nifty. So this is what is happening in Nifty. You know that there was a big gap down today morning, but in spite of the gap down, the action is telling us to hold call option. But you have to remember, it told us to buy a call option a couple of days back at this point. Now, when was it? It was on 18th August at around 14:55 in the afternoon, when the price was at around 11,398. So you would have bought a call option there, and after you bought it, the next day it opened at with a gap up. It moved up to 11,460, wherein this dynamic system caution symbol appeared, telling you that be prepared, the price may reverse. So exactly at that point, we would have already secured our profits. Now, after securing our profits, we are currently waiting for it to tell us to exit the call option. But in spite of the gap down, it is telling us, wait, hold your call option. You don't have to exit it now. But once it tells you to exit, that is when you can go ahead and exit the trade. So this is about Nifty. Ms. Archana, this is for Nifty. You have seen it. In Bank Nifty, let us check what's happening in Bank Nifty. Now, you know that even in Bank Nifty, in the pre-market session also, we saw it today that it was telling us stay tuned for the next trade. So there was no trading opportunity. But in spite of the gap down opening today, it was still telling us stay tuned for the next trade. So there is no trade. And you can see after the gap down opening, the price has slowly or slightly moved up a bit. But we are currently waiting. But the preparation is telling us get ready to buy a put option. So if the price manages to go below this intraday 3 long signal, that is when it will tell us to buy a put option. So you have to wait until it gives you a trading opportunity. So this is how easy it is today to start trading in futures and options. All that you're doing is select your favorite stock, check what the Domantic method action information is telling you. Whatever it tells you, based on that, simply place orders and start trading. And today, when you have access to this intelligence, there are some multiple or special benefits that you can get as a trader from it. Now, what are these benefits? Let's have a look. From here on, there won't be any more confusion while taking an entry or an exit, because you're not depending on anyone else. You are straight away following what the dynamic live is telling you to do. And you know that it gives you right entry and right exit. So with complete confidence, you will be able to trade there. When not to enter, when not to exit, that is also automatically identified. You don't have to worry about it. And when it comes to trading in options, which is the right strike price, that is automatically selected. This is the first time ever there is an intelligence in place which can automatically tell you which is the right strike price to trade in options. The good thing here is the preparation, because it tells you in advance what trade you are about to do next, so that you can be prepared. And the best thing here is the action information, because it directly tells you what trade you are supposed to do. It doesn't know whether you are a beginner or an experienced trader, but then it will treat everyone as a beginner, and it directly tells you what trade you are supposed to do. Remember, dynamic live does all the hard work for you. Your job is 100% effortless, because your job is to simply place orders. Now today you can place orders through your online trading terminals, or you can place orders through your mobile trading apps. Or if you don't know how to operate them, then it is better you can make a phone call to your stockbroker. They will place the order for you. So this is how easy it is. And today, for you to start trading, there is no need of in-depth training. A simple basic training is more than enough. It is a matter of just 40 to 60 minutes of training that you have to go through to start trading in futures and options. And as I told you in the beginning, anyone can implement this, even if you are a beginner, experienced trader, working professional, housewife, retired person, students, stockbrokers. Anyone will be able to implement it. But remember, all that we want you to do here is implement it mechanically. Just do it as it is told. You don't have to use your brains. You don't have to use your expertise or anyone else's expertise. Just do it as it is told. And as long as you do that, you are in for some serious money. So these are all the benefits here, gentlemen. But I'm sure when I'm saying this, there are some of you still thinking, what is the cost? What is the price of this software? So let me tell you, there is no cost. There is no price that one can bear for something precious like this. But there is one thing that you people have come here to do, and that is to decide. You're all here today to decide, are you ready to invest today to secure your tomorrow? Are you ready to invest today to secure your financial future? If you're ready to do that, then let me show you what is the investment that you're supposed to make. But before I show you, let me also tell you that you're not going to invest some big money. You're going to invest a very small fetch of the profits that you can earn from this dynamic live. But just by looking at this dynamic live in a video or in a session like this, you'll not be able to judge it completely. But only when you touch it, feel it, open it, run it in the real-time market, when you do some trades, when you see the real profit in front of your eyes, that is when you will understand its true benefits. That is the day you will realize what you have been missing all these years when it comes to trading in stock market. But today, to make sure all of you can first get your hands on this dynamic live to understand its true benefits, to make sure that every trader can reap the benefit of this dynamic live intelligence for the first time ever in the last 12 years. Let me repeat this. For the first time ever in the last 12 years, the management at Domain Group has come up with a very big special offer. What is the offer? Let's see. Today, you can get this dynamic live by investing just 8,000 rupees plus GST for 1 month. But remember, this special offer is valid only for the first month subscription, because the original price of this dynamic live is 4,39,000 rupees for 12 months. But today you are getting it at just 8,000 rupees plus GST for 1 month. So that you can touch it, feel it, open it, run it in the real-time market. You can observe it first. And once you gain some confidence, you can do some trades. It is a matter of a trade or two for you to gain back this investment that you have made. And there have been many people who have been requesting us for trial. Now all your request has been answered with this special offer here. But let me also tell you that this special offer is valid only for a limited period of time. Very soon the offer will go and the price will rise. So today, if any one of you is interested to jump into this revolution, start trading and start earning in options, futures and options, then here is the link that I'm texting on the chat. Just click on this link and you will be able to subscribe the special offer immediately. Now, once you have subscribed to special offer, now what will happen is the technical team will send you a mail. They will take a remote access of your computer. They will install this dynamic live and dynamic system for you today itself, right now. And along with that, you can also attend an online workshop today at 5 p.m. wherein you will get to learn a bit more in detail about this dynamic live. But then when I'm saying this, there are many of you still thinking that, all right, first month we get the special offer at 8,000. But what happens from the second month? Do we have to pay the complete 4,39,000? No, you don't have to do that, because there are many more other offers. Let me show you. There is this presidential rights where you get a 12 months plan. Instead of investing 4,39,000 rupees, today you can invest only 1,23,000, where you get dynamic life for one entire year. You also get a dynamic system free for lifetime. What is this dynamic system? Dynamic system is another intelligent software like dynamic live. It helps you to do some amazing positional trading. And those people who want to do long-term or short-term investment in the equity segment, you can also do that with the help of this dynamic system. The biggest benefit of dynamic system is it gives you signals and information one day in advance. So those of you who don't have time, by spending hardly 10 to 15 minutes of your leisure time, you will be able to start trading using dynamic system. And this dynamic system in itself is worth around 95,000 rupees, but today you are getting it free for lifetime. You're getting almost 71% off per month on this particular plan. And then we have the privilege rights where you get a 6 months plan. At just 72,000, you get dynamic life for 6 months. You also get dynamic system free for 1 year. And there is a 3 months plan. At just 42,000, you get dynamic life for 3 months. You also get dynamic system free for 3 months. And at last, we have the 1 month plan. At 16,500, you get dynamic life for 1 month. You also get dynamic system free for 1 month. So these are all the 4 different plans that you can opt for. But for the first month, you get the special offer at just 8,000 rupees. So those of you who are interested, you can click on this link, get a mail from the technical team, and get this dynamic live and dynamic system installed today itself onto your computer. And as I told you, along with that, you can also attend an online workshop today at 5 p.m. wherein you will learn things in a bit more detail. Remember, this session is hardly for 40 to 60 minutes. And this is not the end. Now, more than everything here, all that we want here is the end results, isn't it? Even you want the end result, even we want the end results. Now, this is not an ordinary training program wherein you can just walk in, subscribe, you take it, whether you make money or not. We don't care about it. It is not going to happen that way here. We are very serious as far as trading is concerned. And anyone who joins here, we want them to earn money at any cost. To make sure that you achieve your destiny, to make sure that you achieve the end results, we have many more other supporting sessions that we have planned. That is, after this online workshop, every day morning before the market opens at 8:30, there will be a pre-market session wherein we'll plan for the day before the market opens. We will plan what trade we are supposed to do. Of course, whichever favorite stock that you're planning to trade, you can suggest it and you can get the plan for the day. And once you have got a plan for the day, all that you have to do is just execute it, implement it as you have planned. That is more than enough for you to start earning. And if you have any questions or doubts, you can get it clarified in that session. And after that, of course, at 5 p.m., we have the online workshop wherein you can come attend the session to revise your learning and also get your doubts clarified. And once again, at 8 p.m. in the evening, there is a next action planner session. So what we do here is we trade like a professional, we plan like a professional. If you want to earn success, earn money and succeed in stock market trading, then you have to trade like a professional. And to trade like a professional, you must plan today for tomorrow's trading. That is how every professional trader does, and that is how even you will have to do it here. And in order to plan for tomorrow's trading, at 8 p.m. we will discuss what is the next action plan for all the index and any of your favorite stock that you plan to trade. So these are all the supporting sessions that we organize regularly every day whenever the markets are open, to make sure that you don't falter anywhere. You follow it as it is told, and as long as you do that, you are in for some serious money. So these are all the benefits here, gentlemen. Any one of you who's interested here, you can click on the link and subscribe. Now, once you have subscribed, all of you who have subscribed right now, if you want to get it installed immediately, what you can do is you can just make a phone call to these numbers. That is 959111000700 or 800. These are the two numbers that you can call to get it installed immediately. Even if you have any queries, if you want to talk to anyone directly before you subscribe, you can call these numbers and get your doubts clarified. If you are not in a position to make a phone call, if you want to mail, then what you can do is you can write a mail to this email ID, inquiry@dynamiclive.in. Write a mail ID, and if you want to talk to anyone, you can mention your contact number there so that our executive will call you and clarify your doubts, and then you can subscribe. Got it? So these are all the details. But if you have any questions or doubts that you want to ask now, you can text your questions on the chat and I will answer to all your questions. But if you don't have any doubts and if you want to subscribe, the link is already there for you to subscribe. Any questions or doubts? If there are no doubts, then please text me saying that there are no doubts. All right, gentlemen, looks like there are no doubts. So thank you all for joining today's session. Wish you all a happy trading and a very good afternoon. See you on the other side at 5 p.m. in the online workshop. Until then, good day to all of you, and thank you once again for joining the session. But before we end, there is one Mr. Prasanna Kumar has a question at last. Where I can get signal raised to buy or sell? Time. Well, Mr. Prasanna Kumar, let me make it very clear. First of all, once every 30 minutes is what you're supposed to check this dynamic live. Every 30 minutes, I don't say that you will keep getting a trade, but once every 30 minutes, you come and check this Daumantic method action information here. Can you see this here? This is where you are supposed to check. And if it tells you to buy a call option or buy a put option or exit a call option, that is when you are going to do any trade. Got it? Once every 30 minutes that you are supposed to check. And whenever it gives you any information there, that's when you can place orders to start trading. But as of now, you can see in this case of Bank Nifty, it is telling us stay tuned for the next trade. So there is no trade as of now, but the preparation is telling us get ready to buy a put option. So we may have to buy a put option. So we are prepared. Even I'm waiting here. So if it tells me to buy a put option right now in the live market, I'm going to buy it. And I'll do it right in front of you. Is your question answered, Mr. Prasanna Kumar? Yes or no? All right. I hope your question is answered now. So, gentlemen, looks like there are no more doubts. Thank you once again to all of you for joining this session.